Om Shanti. Good morning. Good morning to Zoom family. Is the sound okay?
Om Shanti, Belinda Ben. Yes, it's very clear. Thank you.
Oh, it's Brother Abhinav. Good morning.
Good
Good.
morning.
So, I was thinking this morning after listening to reading Baba's Murli, what is the most difficult task for Baba? Is anything difficult for God? No? What do you think is difficult for God?
Maybe seeing us having difficulties.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I was thinking, that Baba tries so hard, and really every Avyakt Murli is an endeavor to try and help us to see how valuable we are. Really. You know, the souls at the confluence age are the change makers for the rest of the cycle. And that means each one of us. And we hear this and we say, yes, yes. But what's happening at a deep level? Because the deepest sanskar that we were left with after bhakti was that of low self-respect. And really, if you think of the cycle, that's our journey, the loss of our self-respect. But the self-respect that's based on truth. And so you can hear the first paragraph, Baba telling us how he sees us, how extraordinary we are. And then he says, you have to make the shift from Brahman to angel before you can become a deity. And he says, 3 things you need. You need to finish all attraction to the old world, old sanskars, and that's the 3rd one. Old world, old sanskars. That slipped my mind. Let me see if I can find it. It'll come. Body, thank you. And the body. So all attraction to the old world, old sanskars and body. So we can really check ourselves very deeply. Where is there still attraction? And it can feel so innocent, you know. We like to be in nature, to see beautiful things. That's an attraction. And it's so interesting because we have to finish that attraction. And the result of that is we get it all. In the golden age, we get it all. But there's still no attraction. So appreciation, yeah, nothing wrong with appreciation. But does it add to my happiness, my contentment? These old things. So let's listen to Baba's Murli. Today is the 11th of September. Or is it the 10th? No, it's the 11th. And the original date was the 8th of April, 1992. The sign of love for Father Brahma is to become an Avyakt angel. Baba says later in the Murli, don't just talk about it, become it. That's a sign of love. He says, if you're just talking about it, you have got a trace of bhakti. So interesting, huh? Got a trace of bhakti. Today, the Unlimited Father is seeing his first elevated, direct creation. Let that sink in. His first elevated, direct creation. Brahman souls are the direct progeny of Shiva. The Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. Brahmins are the first creation of Adidev, the first man. This is why Brahmins are shown in the foundation of the kalpa tree, that is, among the roots. You have seen your place, have you not? Have you seen your place? You know, the other day, Geraldine was using up her time and she just sat in front of the picture of Vishnu. And Baba encourages us to sit in front of the pictures. So, you know, if you're not experiencing that you are the roots, sit in front of the kalpa tree and go into that experience. So, you, the first creation, are shown in the tree, close to the seed in the foundation. This is why you are the direct creation. None of the other souls are the direct creation of the mother and father, that is, of Father Shiva and Mother Brahma. They are not the direct creation of the Supreme. You are the direct creation of the mother and father. And so there is a difference, is there not? There is so much difference between you, the direct creation, and the creation of other religions. You, the creation of the Supreme, know both your mother and father very well. Souls of other religions have emerged from you, the trunk. You are the roots and also the trunk. As Brahmins, you are the roots of the tree. And as deities, you are the trunk of the tree. So the branches always emerge from the trunk. All other religions have emerged from you, the trunk. So you, the direct creation, have so much importance. You have a direct relationship with the seed, whereas those people have an indirect relationship. You have a direct relationship. All of you say with spiritual intoxication that you are the children of the Supreme. All the souls of other religions would say, we are Christians, we are Buddhists, we are Muslims. They are not said to be the direct progeny of Shiva or the creation of Adidev Brahma. Christians who belong to the progeny of Christ say that they are Christians who belong to Christ, the father of their religion. They only know that. They are the progeny of the father of their religion, Dharam Pita, religious founder. Whereas you would say that you are the progeny of the Supreme Father, Dharam Pita. So there's so much difference between Dharam Pita and Param Pita. What do you double foreigners think now? Why does he pick on us? Why do you think? Mm-hmm.
Because we are familiar with the roots of the language.
Mm.
So when, for example, even the word Brahma has so much significance for somebody who's a Bharatasi, we have to get to grips with those terms and the roots of those terms.
Yeah, and I think maybe because we come from a different culture and background and religion, you know, sometimes we can slip into that thing of thinking that excludes us. The Baba is making sure that you're also thinking of yourself in this way. Whom do you belong to? Parampita or Dharampita? To belong to Parampita means to be the direct creation. There is so much difference between direct and indirect. There is a difference in the intoxication of this, as well as in the attainment. There's not just intoxication, it's attainment. Now, Baba is going to explain. This is why, on the path of devotion too, they remember the Father indirectly through their special deity. If someone is a devotee of Shiva, he also considers Shiva and Shankar to be one and remember him. And so that is indirect, is it not? They know that Rama belongs to Rameshwar, the God of Rama. But nevertheless, they would still remember Rama. And so again, devotion is indirect, is it not? So that's the Rama of the Silver Age that I was talking about. The creation of devotee souls is of those souls who come later on. You are the souls who are the direct progeny of the Supreme. I was saying it again. Even when you perform devotion in the Copper Age without recognition, you first worship Father Shiva. The worship of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, the subtle deities, begins later, not at the beginning. So the creation of all the other souls is indirectly. It is through other souls. Even their devotion is indirect, whereas you are direct devotees, not indirect. That is, you begin the worship of Shiva. So, I mean, think about it, the beginning of the Copper Age, we start, you know, we've got still quite a lot of soul consciousness. We start to search for something greater than ourselves. Now Baba says, now also look at the attainment. You direct souls, that is, you direct creation, receive the inheritance of the attainment of liberation in life for many births. Jivan Mukti, many births. None of the other souls receive the inheritance of Jivan Mukti for such a long time. Your Jivan Mukti lasts for half a cycle, whereas all other souls receive both Jivan Mukti and Bandhan Mukt, bondage in life, in half a cycle. And that too is only for the souls who come at the beginning of the Copper Age. Then for them it's half the cycle. The souls who come later attain the two in very few births. Your speciality is that you attain your Jivan Mukti, that is, your golden and silver ages, at the same time as the golden and silver ages of the cycle. It's not a small thing. Huh? When it is your golden age, the period is also the golden age, and matter is also golden aged. You know the cycle very well, do you not? When it is the golden age for all the other souls, it is the period of the copper age or the iron age. Is it clear? Their golden age is in the copper age, whereas your golden age is in the golden age. So there's so much difference. When you are Sattva-pradhan, matter is also Sattva-pradhan. They experience their Sattva-pradhan stage through Raja-pradhan matter. So there is so much difference between the direct creation and the indirect creation. So do you have that much intoxication of being the direct creation of the Supreme? So we should have goosebumps, shouldn't we? Do you have the intoxication all the time or only sometimes? Baba doesn't like this sometimes. There's a difference in the percentage. Sometimes it is 100%, and sometimes it is 50%. But what should it be? There should be constant intoxication. And that constant intoxication puts us beyond the drama. Nothing can touch us when there's that intoxication. So, for how long will you continue to say that it should be like that? You do not say with a sparkle, we always have that intoxication. You only say, we should have it. So how many years do you need in order to become complete? That is, for the words, we should be like that, to finish. And the words, we are constantly like that, to emerge from everyone's lips. The Father is also asking you, how many years do you need? 10 years or even more? Or do you need fewer years? You began the year of Tapasya, and the time of finishing it has now come. But what thought did all of you have when you began it? That you will become complete. That is what you thought, did you not? So, have you become complete? Baba wants us to close this gap. Remember, he spoke about the promises and how we have to actually become. The year has finished, but have you become complete? Or do you still have to become that? Do you need another year? You issue a challenge to people that they should claim the inheritance of Mukti and Jivan Mukti in a second. Or do you say, come and claim your inheritance in 25 years? I think if we said that to anybody, they would disappear very quickly. Hey, Del, when you first came here, if someone had said to you, it's going to take 25 years, would you have hung around? No. So how many seconds and how many days are there in 12 months? So should all of you have become complete, or do you need more time? What is the result? Tell Baba how many more years you need. Otherwise, when the second year finishes, you will still be singing the same song. We need more time. So, how long does this song last of we want more time, we want more time? A song is of a fixed time of 3 or 5 minutes. So during the year of Tapasya, did you have the determined thought or just an ordinary thought? The sign of determination is, what do you think? But in this context, so Baba is saying that, you have a determined thought, not an ordinary thought. So how do we know we had a determined thought? Success. You will have success. Then you know that there was that power behind your thought. That means that this year of Tapasya has to be completed with even greater force. Or do you want to do service? Now, Baba's coming to a very interesting aspect. He says, or do you want to do service? Are you not able to do both? So does it mean that you do not have the title of a karma yogi, but simply a yogi? In fact, service is that in which there is service of oneself and of others. If while serving others, you become careless in serving yourself, that would not be called accurate service. The definition of service means that you receive the fruit of service. Service, seva, means meva, fruit, instant fruit. This is known as doing service and eating the fruit. If you become careless to yourself, that service is labor, it is expenditure and tiredness. So I've definitely experienced that when you're so busy in service and you just start to feel drained. And that means that you've been careless about yourself, that there isn't that attention to your inner stage. There is no instant fruit of success. First of all, there has to be success for yourself, and together with that, others should also experience success. Both should happen simultaneously. If there is success for yourself, but not for others, that is not accurate service. If others experience success, but you do not, that too is not accurate service. While doing service, why isn't there yoga and service simultaneously? What is the reason for that? When you pay attention to one, the other becomes slack. When you pay attention to the second, the first becomes slack. Why? What is the reason? Such a beautiful answer Baba is giving. So just hold that, why is it that we do one or the other, but not the two together? The reason is that you make very good plans for service, but you don't make plans with a plain intellect. A plain intellect means that while you are doing service, nothing except feelings of being an instrument and feelings of renewal should touch your intellect. So, while carrying out renewal, there is a lack of the stage of humility. This is why the task of renewal is not as successful as you want it to be. The seed of good wishes and pure feelings is the feeling of being an instrument and the feeling of humility, not limited name and limited regard, but humility. So think about this plain intellect. If that's the only thing that is your motive, your intention, is just those good wishes and pure feelings, then intellect is absolutely clear. So what gets in the way? Yeah. The ego comes, and what does the ego? The ego complicates things because the ego has to manipulate, can be very subtle, but to ensure that the ego gets something out of that service. So if my intention is pure, the success will belong to Baba. But if there's any slight ego there, the ego will take something from that service. Even if it's not obvious praise and recognition, but something. And for that, the ego has to complicate and suss out things and work out things, how it's going to look good. And then that plain intellect is gone. So this focus, Baba says, on being an instrument and humility. This is why before making plans for service, it is absolutely essential to make your intellect plain. Otherwise, if the rubbish of inaccurate feelings is mixed in your intellect, instead of your having a plain intellect, then even though you make plans for service, as well as the plans being studded with jewels, they also become studded with stones. Now, what an analogy, huh? So the jewels and the stones become mixed. When 9 jewels are set in something, would you also add 1 stone to it? What would be the value of something if it has 9 real jewels and 1 artificial one added to it? In fact, the buyer would have even more thoughts about whether the 9 jewels are real or whether they are a mixture. I always remember Ben saying how she used to watch her father when he's going to buy a sack of rice. He would put his hands in, take out a small amount of grains, and he would judge the bag by the quality of those few grains. And that's what people do with us. If there's one stone, if they see the ego, they don't just see it in you, it colors their whole opinion and perspective of this yajna, actually. Therefore, as well as making plans for service, first give attention to keeping your intellect plain. If your intellect is plain, then even if the plan for service is not so big, there would be no loss and there would be no burden. Baba puts a lot of value on that. No loss and no burden. Although there would not be so much benefit from the service done, there would not be a loss. If there is a mixture in your intellect, there is definitely a loss. Therefore, will you assign this year for tapasya too? You say that while doing service you come down. So what will you do? You will just do tapasya. So remember all those Murlis, how Baba defined what tapasya is. So it's not just sitting in yoga, but that deep attention to the self constantly. When you become complete, the task of world transformation will be complete. Can you feel that on your shoulders? Because all of you are not complete. The task of world transformation is waiting to be completed. The elements are waiting to serve you as your servants, saying, when Brahman souls become angels and angels become deities, we can serve them with love from deep within our hearts. Without becoming angels, you cannot become deities. You have to change from Brahmins into angels. The meaning of angels is those souls have no relationship of attraction to the old world, old sanskars, and old bodies. You have to pass in all three, become free from all three. In any case, within the drama, you first have the inheritance of liberation and then liberation in life. You cannot go into liberation in life without going via the land of liberation. An angel means one who is liberated. A liberated angel becomes a deity who is liberated in life. So to what percentage have you become angels? Or are you pleased with just being Brahmins? To become an angel means to have love for Father Brahma, the Avyakt angel. Brahma Baba does not accept that a soul has love for him if that soul does not have love for the angelic stage. The two hand in hand. The meaning of love is, what do you think? The meaning of love. To become equal. So simple. The meaning of love is to become equal. Sometimes Baba says that's to fulfill the responsibility of love is to become equal. So Brahma Baba is an angel, is he not? He has become an angel and is waiting in the world of angels to make all of you into angels. So do not simply say with your lips that you have a lot of love, that you have so much love for the Father, that you cannot even express your love in words. Brahma Baba is not pleased by you just speaking about it, but he becomes pleased when you become the same. There are also many devotees who speak about this. They sing such songs of love that, as well as making others laugh, they also make them cry. I don't know about you, but it's so easy with these songs, especially devotional songs. They can really stir up the emotions, and poetry and things like that. However, they are the ones who simply speak about it, whereas you are those who become the same. If you still simply speak about it, then understand that there is still a trace of bhakti remaining in you. Devotion. You cannot be called an enlightened soul, a yogi soul, but you would be called a devotee yogi soul. So what will you do now? Will you show any newness, or will you do the same as you did this year? There will come a time when Bapdada will only meet those who are going to do, those who are becoming equal, not those who just speak about it. At the moment, everyone is allowed to come. Those with devotional feelings can come, Jnani souls can come, and yogi souls can also come. However, the time has to change. Therefore, underline this for yourself 10 times. 10 times. Transform yourself and show Baba. Don't complain to Bapdada later. How could this happen? Why did you do this? You are not becoming strict in your efforts, and so the Father will have to become strict. At the moment, you are moving along and being sustained with the Father's form of love. However, there is also the form of the Satguru, not Dharamraj, but the form of the Satguru, of whom it is remembered the instructions of the Satguru should be placed on your head. In other words, given that much regard. At the moment, Bapdada is making you move along, saying, sweet children, lovely children. If you have love, if you thirst for a meeting, then become equal and meet Baba. Don't meet with a great difference. There is great pleasure in meeting with equality. That pleasure is something else. Okay, You have met the Father and taken drishti from him. And when you return home and some weakness comes, you use the power that you received and become victorious once or twice. But then you become weak. That is a meeting of your own kind. However, accurate love, an accurate meeting is much higher than that. It is a very lovely meeting. Experience that meeting. Do you understand? So this is the 1990s. Baba is very much with us, coming every season, speaking the Murli, but Baba preparing us for that time when only those who become equal can experience a meeting. So Baba didn't mean you won't be allowed to come to Madhuban. No. But it's your inner stage. How close are you to being equal to Baba? And Baba says that meeting is so lovely. And then it won't be that you run out of power, because in a way you've met Baba in a kind of superficial way. So you do get power, definitely, but then you say, no, you know that power that I took from Madhuban, that's all gone. I have to go back to Madhuban. So Baba is talking about something very, very beautiful, very deep. If someone doesn't accept the instructions of the Satguru, then the Father becomes the Satguru. Children can be very mischievous and playful in front of the Father. Therefore, if you have true love for Baba, then become like an angel this year and show everyone. At the moment, so many have come to meet Baba. It is very good, but do that which is the best of all. There is a difference between having love and fulfilling the responsibility of love. All of you have love. If you didn't have love, why would so many come? There's a difference between having love and fulfilling the responsibility of love. There are many who have love, but how many of you fulfill the responsibility of love? So, are you those who fulfill the responsibility of love? Those who fulfill this responsibility would not say, we want more time, we want more time. They are this in a practical way, not just in words. Baba told you earlier too, that in your charts of tapasya, there are many who give themselves marks and a certificate, but only a few claim the certificate of contentment from all. There are many who keep a chart. There were some who gave themselves the best certificate of all. There weren't many, but a few. There were many in the second number. However, it should emerge from the mouth of everyone. Yes, this one is number one. Those who receive this certificate of blessings from everyone's heart would be said to be number one. Those who receive this certificate of blessings from everyone's heart would be said to be number one. Many children say, we are fine, but other souls have such severe karmic accounts with us that no matter how much we try to make them content, they do not become content. So what's Baba's response to that? But Dada also said earlier, if there are such severe karmic accounts, you should still at least receive a certificate of 95% marks from everyone. Put aside the 5% that have severe karmic accounts. That is allowed. However, 95% should give you blessings from their hearts. Otherwise, some say, who is content with anyone, with everyone anyway? So easy to say that, huh? There isn't a single soul like that visible. They even think people are upset with the seniors, and so if they are upset with us, it is not a big thing. However, that is not so. 95% are pleased with the seniors from their hearts. It is a different matter for them. The seniors have to become judges. I was going to explain what he means. So when two people go to a senior, the senior would say yes to the right situation, saying, yes, it is very good. However, what would those to whom the senior says no say about the seniors? No one likes to be told no. They would say, even this one, the senior, is not good. Would a judge say yes to one or to both? So, excuse me. So those situations are different. Keep in front of you the certificate of tapasya from your heart, love from your heart, feelings of being an instrument, sorry, feelings of being an instrument and having good wishes. So that's quite a lot there. From your heart, love from your heart, feelings of being an instrument, that's the humility, and good wishes. Don't copy others and say, people are not content with the seniors either, and so we can pass. Do not think like that. If 95% are content, you will then claim a number. Do you understand? Acha to the first creation. Ancestor souls, the first creation. The direct creation everywhere of the elevated souls of the original Father, to the souls who are to claim the inheritance of liberation in life for many births, to all the souls who have a right to be Brahmins, and so angels, and so deities. To the souls who constantly have plain intellects while making plans for service and thereby achieve success. To all the close souls who fulfill the responsibility of true love for the Father, but that is love, remembrance, and namaste. Spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. And today's blessing. So we have to receive everyone's blessings, and 95%. Now we have a blessing. May you be an accurate yogi and make storms, tufan, into gifts, tofa, with your controlling power. May you be an accurate yogi and make storms, tufan, into gifts, tofa, with your controlling power. An accurate and true yogi is one who is able to connect his intellect to wherever he wants, whenever he wants, in a second. It's also a nice definition of a plain intellect as well. The situation may be of upheaval. The atmosphere may be tamoguni, and Maya may try to make you belong to her. However, even then, to be able to concentrate in a second is to use the power of remembrance, that accumulated power. No matter how much of a storm of waste thoughts there may be, let the storm become a gift to move forward in a second. Let there be this much controlling power. Such powerful souls would never have the thought, I didn't want it to happen, but it happened. So it's all happening. It's not that it's not happening, but your intellect is more powerful than what is happening. And you can pull yourself out. Slogan. Those who act in a yog-yukt and yukti-yukt way become obstacle-proof. Those who act in a yog-yukt, that is with your power of yoga, and according to the method yukti-yukt way, become obstacle-proof. Om Shanti. Very powerful. So, such a huge contrast between true self-respect and ego. You know, we can listen to what Baba tells us and create a false ego based on that. It's very possible. And then when we're mixing with people, they feel that we set ourselves aside, separate from them, that we know better, that we are purer. That is the stone. They will look at the stone, doesn't matter how many jewels there are there, and they will say, no, I don't think so. And so that true self-respect, sitting at the roots, the trunk, from which all other souls will emerge. That true self-respect. But then how true do we have to be? So transparent, so clean. And motive is everything. Intention is everything. And it's not that we should have to think what our intention is. But there should be such a deep understanding and commitment to self-transformation. Baba put that first today. That automatically others take benefit. And that means world transformation. But Baba also put the responsibility on us. He said world transformation depends on you. When you become complete, world transformation will take place. And this whole thing, he said, how many more years do you want? He said, how many seconds and minutes are there in 12 months? Can't we use every moment accurately for our own benefit? But then it's not only for our own benefit. Then the heart is open to serve every single soul. No one excluded. Even if it's just my pure attitude, my pure vision, and maybe an acknowledgement of that individual. The guys who come to your window at the traffic lights. Most people just stare ahead. Can you look at your brother's soul and smile and greet and say good day? But see the soul. That's great service. Acha. So, Brother Avinal, are you going to play a song for us?
Yes, Leb, I'll play you a song now.
Thank you.
No more time to waste, no more excuses. Gotta reach out your arms and embrace the sun. No more time for self-pitying abuses. Gotta stand up and shout and say, I am the one. 'Cause there's been too much crying and talk of being free. Gotta jump off that cliff and be who you were born to be. No more time to waste on photos of the past. There's a star with your name on it and a love that's gonna last. 'Cause there's been too much holding on and talk of being free. Gotta take it all with you and be who you were born to be. Now I know the ice is melting, all the ships are going home, and the wind is getting colder and we feel more and more alone. So stop all your excuses, got the answers all for free. Jump off that cliff and be who you were born to be. Who you were born to be. Sha-la-la-la-la, 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 sha-la-la-la-la,
Thank you. What an appropriate song. Just jump off that cliff. So have a very powerful day, everyone on Zoom. And Brother Murray, thank you for stepping in to do Murli revision this morning. And
Thank you, Belinda Ben.
thank you, Murray. Bye. See you soon. Hope we're going to see lots of people next weekend. So take care. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti, Avinal brother and South Africa family.
Om Shanti. Bye.
How are you?
I'm good. Good,
Good.
thank you.
Yeah, do anybody want to share or can I start sharing?
You can start. You can start.
Okay, brother. Okay. Yeah. You know, like sister was saying, the song is very appropriate song. You know, today Baba, our sweet fathers, Baba and Dada, reminding us our aim and objective. What is our current effort and the stage and the methods to improve and increase the speed of our effort with the speed of time. You know, I feel Baba is changing the form from being father to Sadguru. Seeing the time, I feel a lot of effort has to be made. You know, when you love somebody, we want to, you know, have the same qualities that they have. Similarly, when I love Baba, I have to become like Baba. I have to become like angel. I can't be going on the way that I've been behaving because time is warning us. So Baba says, you want to become an angel like Father Brahma. That is the true love. You know, love is not one way. I have to have responsibility of the love also. Yeah. So I need to remove all the non-angelic habits that are within me. So I was an angel before, I'm going to become an angel again. It's not like a becoming, it's just emerging the angel within all of us. You know, Baba shows us, Baba reminds us who we are. When he's starting, Baba says, who are we? Are not ordinary. We're all souls, but we are different. You know, we are the first creation of Baba. We are elevated creation of Baba. And we are direct creation of Baba. You know, how lucky we are, how important we are in the whole world and to Baba. So Baba enables us to increase our intoxication so that the transformation becomes easy from Brahmin to angel and to deities. Because we are the roots. You know, we are the roots and trunks. Baba said, you know, today, as a Brahmin, we are roots. As a deity, we are trunks. So all other religions emerged from us, like the roots have the responsibility to hold the soil, being stable, absorb and transport water and minerals from soil to the rest of the tree. So I also have a responsibility, having a direct connection with Baba, to take from Baba and give it to every soul, all my brothers' souls. And like that, you know, we are the anchors of the whole world. Baba, so all other religions emerged from us. They are like our great grandchildren. You know, we are the ancestor. So now our love increases to everyone. They are not different. You know, we don't, our attitude changes. The whole world is my brothers, irrespective of their religion. You know, so we are so important. Baba says, you know, we belong to Parampita. They call Dharampita. You know, they are father, founder, father. We don't have any vaya. We are directly connected. So others, they have vaya. So then Baba reminds our attainment as well. You know, being direct child. We enjoy the whole cycle from the golden age. We enjoy the golden age in the golden age. You know, others, they enjoy their golden age in the silver or copper age according to the time they enter. So when we enter, the matter is also Sattva Pradhan, golden. So you need to have that intoxication. You know, and Baba is telling us, you know, the time is less. How much we need now. You know, we can see the whole Murli of Tapasya is finishing. It looks like Baba is seeing the result. If I say now, Baba, I need some more time, he's asking how long we're going to sing the song. So now, because we tell others, come here, claim your liberation in a second. How many seconds have passed in the year? So now I need to intensify my effort now. And Baba sees the slackness, why I'm slack. What is the reason for this? Sometimes I may say service. Baba say, what is service? I need to create the balance of service to self and others. Then I can feel happy even after every task, and others will be happy with me. And that will happen when I have that Baba says humility, making service plan. If I have any intention behind that, I should get a name, maybe some particular people should benefit. If I have any limitation, then I won't be able to enjoy. Anyone will not be able to enjoy the success of service. So you plan no expectation of the result. I will do as an instrument. Whatever outcome is good. I don't have any Baba's service, Baba's children. So I do that service with the instrument consciousness. So always having a good wishes and pure feeling. I don't need to mix anything. When there's a mixture, Baba says there's a loss. So I do unexpected service, without any unconditional love. I do that. And Baba says elements are waiting for us, deities. We have to become deities and angels. Even I like the point Baba says, who are the angels? He says, no relationship with old worlds, old sanskars, old bodies. And I'm an angel now. I'm here to benefit. Don't have any old now, all new. And even Baba says, Brahma Baba does not accept a soul who loves Brahma Baba. He wants the people's the stage who love for the stage of the angelic stage. That's the love Baba accepts. The meaning of love is also become equal. You can say I love Baba, but my actions have to also show that I love Baba. Yeah, so I need to transform myself and show to Baba. I need to claim a certificate of contentment and certificate of blessings from everyone, not only selective. Everyone must accept me. Then that means I'm coming closer to the angelic stage. Otherwise, I'll be speaking. That's a Baba says trace of bhakti. I know all the knowledge, but is the knowledge visible in my action? So I need to check. Yeah. So these are the points. I like Brother Vinal, you may share more. And thank you for the opportunity. So let's all do great transformation within ourselves. And I'm happy to see you all in the retreat, waiting to see our lovely family. Om Shanti.
Oh, that's so good. You're coming for the retreat.
Yes, brother.
Yeah. No, that's lovely. Thank you, Bhai. This time round, Auntie Ben is coming down for the retreat, and we're doing the launch of the African Voices of Hope and Peace in Cape Town. So that particular week, I'll be in Cape Town for the launch for that, and she'll be there with her entourage to promote that for the launch itself. So that's a big service. I think that's the final service in Africa where we have to reach out to 1.2 billion souls using this platform, which Baba is behind. And yeah, it's like it is the end time where we're now having to serve the smaller branches of the tree and the leaves. And Baba's obviously just ushering everyone, and it's the Brahmins who are the ones who are initiating the programs or the projects. And let's see where this takes us, because to actually reach out to 1.2 billion souls in Africa sounds like a massive task. But I guess if Baba's doing it, all we can do is just, accept that it's going to happen, and then do whatever it needs to do. And the message is so simple: just tell everyone who they are, introduce them to God, and just sit for a few minutes and connect. And they will be released from whatever sorrow they have, and then they will go back and share that with their families. So, yeah, thank you, Brother Murray. I agree with the time. The time is, I'm just thinking I'm 27, 26 years in knowledge now. And imagine if I had to say, if someone told me, I'm going to claim it in 25 years, there would be no time left to do anything. I know everyone is, some come later, some come early, but what a privilege to have come at a time to see, that the start of service in South Africa, especially in Durban, and be through it and be part of many, many groups, whether it was the youth group or the brothers group and Sam and Spark and a whole lot of different groups that helped in growing service in the Yagya, nationally, internationally. And now we're at that point where we just have to become perfect. So I think it's everything is accurate. The times are such that, we have in London, there's in the UK, there's a new king, and that era has now finished with the Queen's passing on. And so I'm sure there's a new phase in the drama. And I'm just observing all the previous prime ministers of the UK and all the lords and the kings, and all the respective lordsmen who have been there. You can see they all are pretty much aged. And so as you can see, the world is starting to age in that era. A new era is starting to be ushered in. And Baba is saying it's time for us to be part of that. So let's become complete and just usher this new era, new world in. Om Shanti. So I don't know if anybody else wants to share, and then we can just close up. Okay, so I think
Om
Shinrag.
Shanti, brother. Yeah, thank you very much. It will be a great project and last project, like you said, AVHP is Baba's project. It will be very, very successful. All our brothers will get the message. Yeah, no, wishing you all the best. We'll do our Yogdan, continuously doing Yogdan for the success of the project. Everything will go well. Thank you so much. Om
Thank you,
Shanti.
Bye.
Lots of love.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
brother. Om Shanti and family.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.